Russia's nuclear spaceship to visit Jupiter. Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to Success Tank. Nuclear power has always been one of the most impressive and controversial topics. Many countries have discussed its pros and cons, especially its impacts on the environment and the safety of people around it. But Russia has already planned for more than that. Keeping in mind its impacts on people and the environment, Russia is all set to launch nuclear power in space. Here is Russia's nuclear spaceship to visit Jupiter. But before we begin, make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon so that you don't miss out on any of our upcoming videos. 5. Zeus. The space agency of Russia, known as the Roscosmos, has announced that it is planning to send the spaceship to the world beyond the Earth. Yes, you have heard it right. Russia is now planning to send its spaceship to the solar system. The Russians have already made a ship known as Zeus, which is an energy ship. It is said that once the spaceship will be ready, it will weigh around 22 tons, and it will be powered by a 500-kilowatt nuclear reactor. Moreover, it will race through the cosmos thanks to the nuclear power and approach to space travel that could greatly shorten the amount of time it takes to travel millions of miles at great speeds. Roscosmos, Russia's space program, has revealed plans to launch a nuclear-powered space tug to Jupiter in 2031. The operation of the unmanned craft transport and energy module named Zeus, according to government news agency Torbjorn, would last roughly 45 months. 4. Nuclear-powered craft. It is one of the things that other countries will attempt as well. Zeus is a big deal in the future. If the mission becomes successful, the value of Zeus will shoot to the skies. The concept of space travel is already a very complicated and mind-bending concept that requires literal rocket science to work, but at its core, some of its concepts are quite fundamental. For example, the powering of spaceships is a complicated one. These massive feats of engineering and science typically rely on solar power or gravity to accelerate, and there is much more than that. The spaceships, including the Zeus, are capable of reaching great speeds and amounts of time that can only be described as astounding. However, there is one thing that should be kept in mind. Nothing happens overnight. 3. Approach. Even at breakneck speeds, it is shocking that everything takes a lot of time, even at the great speeds that ships are flying at. Russia's new approach means that months could be shaved off from the timeline. NASA has estimated that the nuclear-powered craft could complete the solar system trip in just 2 years. Since Russia wants to become a dominant force in the raging space race, all they are working on is time. That is, in some way or another, it should be able to come to the Earth in less time. 2. Statements. We are presently making a survey provided this flight's armament and payload with the Russian Academy of Sciences. Roscosmos' former head for long-term programs and science, Alexander Blashenko, told journalists over the break, according to the site. It seems like Russia is very excited about this one. It's yet another declaration by Russia's space program of an audacious deep space project, adding to an already jam-packed agenda between now and the end of the decade. By the middle of the year, the government hopes to have its orbiting space station up and running, as well as put a spacecraft on the solar system. According to national news site Sputnik, the space shuttle would include a 550-kilowatt nuclear power station. During his speech, Blashenko recounted Zeus's tremendous voyage. The space shuttle will go to the lunar surface first, where it will deploy a spacecraft that will then travel to Venus. Then it will utilize Venus's gravitational force to help transport still another spacecraft, which will go on its prolonged mission to Jupiter. The experts of Russia have done amazing research. 1. Other statements. The other companies have also tried to present their statements and their views about space travel. They said that a nuclear power craft can easily be a game changer. Whichever nation can successfully build a vessel powered by nuclear power could become the most powerful presence among the stars. Nuclear-powered space travel is about more than just saving time, though. Nuclear reactors can exist and even thrive in the cold, dark areas of space that do not get a lot of sunlight. Many modern ships are in fact powered by the sun and its vast solar power, but with a reactor, any ship can travel independently. A nuclear-powered spaceship may drastically cut the time it takes for people to travel across outer space. Chemical vapors, solar power, and gravity are now used to accelerate spacecraft. The Zeus module will serve as a transportable nuclear power source for subsequent spacecraft that may seek to travel further into space. According to TASS, Roscosmos also secured a deal with Arsenal last year to construct a second nuclear-powered space tug called Nuclon. The initiative is scheduled to be completed in July 2025 and is expected to cost more than $57.8 million. According to Reuters, similar nuclear technology might be utilized to power future satellites and orbital stations. Well, this brings us to the end of our video. Do let us know your thoughts in the comments section below. We will see you soon in another video. Until then, take care and goodbye.